Most people don't realize this until it quietly destroys them, but the fastest way to lose yourself is not through hatred. It's through tolerating what slowly erodes your self-respect. No matter how deeply you love someone, love must never cost you your dignity, because people who truly value you will never require you to shrink, bend, or break just to keep them comfortable. Toxic behavior rarely arrives loudly. It slips in disguise as humor, guilt, familiarity, and concern. It sounds like jokes that belittle your dreams, comments that sting and then get dismissed with "relax, I was kidding," and subtle emotional pressure that makes you feel selfish for having boundaries. But a joke that humiliates you isn't humor. It's disrespect and camouflage, and every time you laugh it off, you silently teach people that crossing your boundaries is allowed. Then comes emotional manipulation, where your empathy is turned against you, where phrases like, "after everything I've done for you," are used to transfer responsibility for their unhappiness onto your shoulders. This is not love, it is control. Stoicism teaches a brutal but freeing truth. You are responsible for your actions, not for managing someone else's emotions. When manipulation appears, calm neutrality becomes your shield. Short, emotionless responses, no explaining, no defending, no emotional fuel, because chaos starves when it isn't fed. And finally, there's constant negativity, the kind that drains you slowly, the endless complaints, criticism, and emotional dumping that leave you exhausted without ever solving anything. These people don't want solutions, they want an audience. Staying too close to them is performing unpaid emotional labor at the expense of your own peace. The Stoics understood that the mind must be guarded like a fortress, because whatever you allow into your mental space eventually shapes who you become. Distance is not cruelty, it is self-preservation. You can care deeply and still step back. You can listen without absorbing. You can love without sacrificing your inner stability. True strength is not how much pain you can tolerate, but what you refuse to normalize. The moment you stop reacting, stop explaining, and stop absorbing what isn't yours to carry, something powerful happens. You reclaim your authority. Your calm exposes their immaturity. Your silence ends their games, and your boundaries reveal your value. This is not about becoming cold. It's about becoming unshakable. When you protect your peace, you protect your future, because the quality of your life is determined by the behavior you no longer tolerate. One of the most exhausting forms of toxicity is the complete absence of accountability. The kind of person who is never wrong, never responsible, and never at fault. When they fail, it's always because of circumstances, other people, bad timing, or you. When they hurt you, somehow you become the cause of their behavior. This is not confusion. It is emotional immaturity. People who lack accountability cannot face the reality that their choices shape their lives, so they look for a scapegoat to carry the weight of their mistakes. Over time, this dynamic drains you because you're constantly explaining yourself, doubting your memory, and wondering if you were the problem all along. Stoicism teaches us not to chase apologies, but to observe patterns. If someone repeats the same behavior after you forgive them, your forgiveness has not healed them. It has taught them that there are no consequences. True strength is not begging for accountability. It is quietly removing access. You stop arguing, stop explaining, and instead allow natural consequences to speak. You begin without waiting for them. You stop overextending. You disengage from their chaos, because you cannot save people who are committed to misunderstanding you. And then there is envy, the most subtle and dangerous toxin of all, especially when it comes from those closest to you. These are the people who congratulate you with a smile that doesn't reach their eyes, who support you in words but compete with you in silence. You feel in the tone, the hesitation, the small dismissive comments when you succeed. Envious people have a broken inner compass. They cannot measure their worth by their own growth, only by comparison. Your progress becomes a mirror they don't want to look into, so they try to crack it. Stoicism doesn't teach paranoia, but awareness. Not everyone who applauds you is proud of you. Some are simply watching closely, waiting for you to stumble. The Stoic response is not confrontation, but quiet distance and forward motion. You stop explaining your goals, stop justifying your success, and stop shrinking to make others comfortable. You let your results speak while you move in silence. Because when you refuse to argue, refuse to compete, and refuse to carry blame that isn't yours, you protect the most valuable thing you own, your peace. And in doing so, you rise beyond toxicity without ever lowering yourself to it. When envy appears in your life, don't panic and don't confront it. Use it as fuel. Resentment from others is often silent proof that you are moving forward while they're standing still. You don't need their approval, because real validation comes from living in alignment with your values, not from applause. Protect your progress with conscious humility. Keep working quietly. Stay grounded and never reveal more than necessary. Be humble, but never naive. Your growth deserves privacy, not constant explanation. And practice Stoic compassion, not weakness, but understanding. Those who envy your peace are often those who have never found their own. You don't need to rescue them, and you certainly don't need to let them disturb your inner world. Your calm, paired with continued progress, is the most powerful response you can offer. But all toxic behavior ultimately leads to one final test: boundaries. Boundaries are not walls meant to isolate you. They are gates designed to protect your time, energy, and mental clarity. When you say no and someone keeps pushing, that isn't love, it's control. When you draw a line and they repeatedly cross it, that isn't misunderstanding, it's entitlement. People who violate boundaries are testing whether you truly believe in your own worth. Stoicism teaches that self-mastery is freedom, and freedom begins the moment you stop explaining yourself to people who are already committed to ignoring your limits. Explanation invites debate. Enforcement creates respect. A Stoic sets boundaries calmly and clearly, and when they're crossed, he follows through without anger, drama, or justification. No raised voice, no emotional speech, just action. And something remarkable happens when you do this. When you value your time, others learn to respect it. When you protect your energy, people stop draining it. And when you walk away without bitterness, you gain real control. This is a quiet strength Marcus Aurelius spoke of. The strength that comes from a calm mind, not a loud defense. These are the 6 toxic behaviors that must be removed if you want peace, clarity, and unshakable self-respect. Stoicism does not lead to isolation. It leads to inner discipline. And discipline begins the moment you stop allowing what poisons your mind to occupy space in your life. Freedom is not doing whatever you want. It is refusing what you know harms you. If this message strengthened your resolve today, let it be a reminder that choosing boundaries is choosing yourself. Your peace is not negotiable. Your growth does not need permission. And the strongest statement you will ever make is the one spoken through calm, consistent action.